there. When I switched channels, I lost some of my vegan friends, and I know that we used to talk about B12 some of the time, and they liked that subject. So I thought, well, if I put B12 in the title, then they'll find me, possibly, I hope. But then I thought I'd better talk about B12 a little bit. Now, a lot of the time when people who want to criticize vegans come up with something, they don't get enough nutrients, they don't get B12. They have no way of getting B12 in their diet. Well, of course, we know that's not true. And I'll just show you that I can get my minimum daily requirement of B12 before lunchtime. Here, Cocoa Puffs. This is 25% of your minimum daily requirement in 3/4 of a cup of Cocoa Puffs. Who eats only 3/4 of a cup of Cocoa Puffs? So we're doing over 25% here. Now, we have the soy milk, the cheap version, of course. This is 50% for 1 cup of soy milk. So, oh, and I know some people say soy milk's not good for you, and they come up with all kinds of crazy things about soy milk, like Hawaiian little boys get busts from drinking soy milk. I have yet to see a picture of this. Can you show me a picture of this, please? Because until I see something besides a whole lot of crazy things about drinking soy milk, I'm going to be a little bit skeptical. Especially when these things come from well, there's a certain source that's pro-meat and pro-raw milk. So, raw milk. So anyway, and sometimes I use almond milk instead of soy milk. Okay, get me back on the B12 subject. So we're up to 50% and 25%, that's 75% at least. Now, around lunchtime, perhaps we can have some nutritional yeast put on whatever we're eating. This stuff is actually grown on molasses, this one here, and it's got lots of extra nutrients. Some of the B12 that's in bins at the health food store, I found out, may not contain B12. They're just not sure. So I go with the safe, expensive stuff that's up on the counter there. And yeah, it's 150% of my minimum daily requirement in 3 tablespoons of this stuff, which gets addicting. This stuff is kind of addicting. It's kind of odd, strange, but it is yummy in a strange way after a while. See the little flakes that you can put on things. Kind of cheesy, kind of nutty, kind of its own flavor. And so 150%, so it's really easy to go way over. I'm getting too much B12, oh no! You know, it's like, it's a good thing I don't have it every day. So, hopefully that proved that we don't have to worry about that too much, as long as you know what to do. And let's all pass it around as vegans so everybody's healthy. And it's really not a big deal, you know, most people get it. Now, let's kind of switch to another subject, and let's talk about if you're, at a party or just about anywhere where there's other people and we're eating, and people know that you're vegan, they'll come over to see what you're not eating. And they'll say, oh, I see you're not eating the beef Wellington. Is that because you're vegan? Yes. Well, why are you a vegan? And you know, there's like a few people stand around and stare at you, and then you just say, well, you know, I saw some factory farm videos, and you know, it's just my personal thing. I just, I don't want to be a part of the killing of the animals. I don't want to be a part of their suffering. It's just my own personal thing. That's all. And they'll say, oh, well, at least there's one person who will always say, well, I think it's more important to help humans. Well, can you help both? Think about it. I mean, you've got your whole life. I've given to the Red Cross. I've given to Doctors Without Borders. I just recently did the canned goods thing for the poor people. You know, I mean, there's countless ways to help people. There's petitions online to help people that I've signed. And I know you've done that too. And we can help animals. There's no one or the other, and you can't do both. You can do both. But it just kills me. I hear that over and over. Well, I think it's more important to help humans. And that's their excuse for not helping animals. And I used to argue in that kind of a way. I'd come back with, well, you can do both. Well, there's a much easier thing that you can say to them. If they say, well, I think it's more important to help humans, then you say, then go vegan. And then you can explain that if everyone were vegan, we could feed the entire world, because the land that's used for the crops to grow food for the animals, and all that land that's for all the animals and all, it can all be used for crops for people. And we'd have much more water available as well. And I won't go into all of that, but we could feed the entire world. So we would be helping humans in the greatest way possible, feeding everyone. So how about it, you say to that person? Will you go vegan? You want to help people, go vegan. And then watch them just squirm and try really hard to come up with another excuse.